So it is actually quiet in the cruise news today. We don't have any negative stories. We don't have anything bad going on in the world, at least at this moment, which is really, really good. And it gives us an opportunity to talk about some of the other challenges of cruising and some of the challenges that we ourselves are currently facing in cruising. And we'll get into all of it right after this. Chris here with High Seas Cruising, and welcome to today's video. All right, we are 8 days away from our next cruise on board the Disney Wonder. Now, this is just going to be a little 4-night cruise. Leaves on Monday, has 1 stop in Cozumel, and 2 sea days on it. So just a little short cruise. Biggest reason for taking the cruise on board the Disney Wonder is one, of course, Tiffany's favorite cruise line is Disney Cruise Lines. And she has a bucket list to sail on every single one of their ships. So the Disney Wonder is going to check that box for her. So she's mostly going for the ship. Now for me, the Disney Wonder is actually the very first cruise ship I ever sailed on way back in 2006. So I'm looking forward to seeing the changes on board the ship that have occurred in all that amount of time. It's been refurbished since then. There's been new venues added. So I kind of want to see how it's changed from 2006 to today, almost like a new ship again. So I'm really interested in checking that out as well. But here are some of the challenges, and they're kind of specific to Disney Cruise Lines, but they're still a bit of a challenge. So we booked a guaranteed inside cabin, just the cheapest way essentially to get on board the ship. And being only 8 days away from our cruise, they haven't assigned us a cabin yet. We have no idea where our room is going to be on the ship. And along with that, Disney Cruise Lines mails you your luggage tags. You get this little package in the mail, and it's actually pretty nice. It actually has your family name on it. It's very personalized. You get that in the mail, and in there includes your luggage tags. Well, being 8 days away from our cruise, we don't have a room assigned and no sign of our luggage tags. And I would think that, of course, they can't mail the luggage tags until they assign you a room, but we're only a week away. That is starting to concern me a little bit. I think it's going to be time to call Disney Cruise Lines again and inquire about, where is that? What exactly is going on? Now, I study the cruise lines enough, I read the cruise news enough, that I know that with the issues going on and being caused and created by Omicron, the last minute cancellations, a lot of the cruise lines have pushed up that final payment date as close as they possibly can to give folks the opportunity that either want to move their cruise or cancel their cruise because of health and safety protocols, concerns over COVID, that has kind of shrunk down that window from final payment to actual cruise date. And if Disney Cruise Lines is doing personalized luggage tags and personalized welcome aboard packets that they mail out, they probably aren't sending those to the very last minute, simply because why print something if you're going to have a bunch of people canceling on this particular cruise? Another thing about Disney right now is they are not known for dropping their cruise prices. Not a whole lot and not very often. They're really proud of those prices, and you don't see a whole lot of up and down in their prices. Well, I just saw this morning that Disney has dropped the price of this cruise again by another 6%, which kind of leads me to believe there's still room for booking on board this ship, that even at reduced capacity, they have not reached even that number yet. Not if they're lowering the price a week before it sails. It looks like they're trying to get a couple of last minute people to book. I don't know if that's having anything to do with it. I don't know if they're going to be moving rooms around. Honestly, right now, I don't know, but it is a little bit concerning, and I definitely think it's going to warrant me having to give them a call tomorrow. A friendly call, but just to kind of get a, hey, what's going on, guys? We're going to head to the cruise port here in less than 7 days. Kind of need to know what's up. Now, for our cruise after that, we are going out on February the 14th, Royal Caribbean's Adventure of the Seas. Now, this is actually going to be our very first time on Royal Caribbean, and got an email from Royal Caribbean about the Royal Up program. I'm sure for everybody out there that has sailed on Royal Caribbean, you're already familiar with it. But if you've never sailed on Royal Caribbean like we haven't, they do have something called Royal Up. So on Royal Caribbean, we also booked a guaranteed inside cabin, got the Royal Up offer, and that is where you can bid to move up in room categories. So they gave us on that cruise, we had several choices. You had a balcony, a deluxe ocean view room, a panoramic ocean view room, a spacious ocean view room. There were like 5 or 6 different choices that we could bid on, and I thought it was kind of a really cool idea, a really neat idea. I did bid on 4 different rooms, and they say once we get closer to the cruise, we'll know if any of our bids went through. So if we do win a bid, we'll let you guys know. But I did put some bids in on Royal Caribbean's Royal Up program just to see how it works, and if we get a better room out of the deal, we get a better room out of the deal. So to me, it's kind of a win-win all around. And I thought this cruise is probably a good one to even test that on, because like all of the other cruise lines, Royal Caribbean is still operating at a reduced capacity. They've even been trying to reduce their capacity on some upcoming cruises, particularly here in January, to give a little more space between people on board the ship, kind of, abundance of caution with the COVID cases being as high as they are. They've been bringing their capacity back down towards the 50% range. So with a reduced capacity on board the ship and the Royal Up program, I think there's probably a better than average chance that maybe we can pick up one of those rooms. As soon as we know, we'll let everybody know kind of how that went, whether we got it or we didn't get it. And that's where everything stands with our cruising right now. We're going to run around today, just do some of the pre-cruise prep that we normally like to do. Pick up the travel stuff that we need, anything we're missing for our upcoming cruise. Try to buy and purchase as little on board the cruise ship as we can, when it comes to stuff for your hygiene kit, stuff for the bathroom, clothing items. Make sure we have everything. Going in January, you're probably going to have some cooler times in the morning, some warmer times in the afternoon. So you kind of pack accordingly, make sure you have things accordingly for that. And we'll get most of that done here in the next couple of days. That way, when next weekend comes, we drop off the dogs at the pet resort, and boom, we are headed for the cruise port. We intend to be down at the cruise port roughly around lunchtime next Sunday, so 1 week from today. And that is pretty much all we have today. Like I said, no major cruise news stories, no disasters going on at the sea, no more reports of COVID for today, at least not this morning. Hopefully it actually stays that way for a couple of days, and we can just have some good old-fashioned cruises, some enjoyment out at the sea, and not a whole bunch of negativity going on. All right, I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. If you have, do me a favor, hit that like button, have yourself a great day, and like always, we will see you out on the high seas in one more week.